A Chicago man convicted of stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from a Michigan casino.
I'm here in Birch Run, just off of I-75, where law enforcement has I-75 northbound closed as they investigate an accident that happened this evening that unfortunately killed a trooper. I'm here on the corner of Old Cowcollin Road and M13, where a Lake State Railway train has derailed. I'll step out so you can take a look behind me. Multiple cars are on its side. If you do have to go out onto the roads, please take your time, drive slowly, and give yourself enough time to get to your final destination.
We continue to follow breaking news tonight after President Joe Biden made the historic announcement that he is stepping away from his re-election efforts. Many are choosing to get outside this weekend and find some fun in these cold temps. TV5's Lauren Piesco spoke to some people who've been waiting all season for the snow, like me, and are glad it's finally here.
Bovia is also the owner of Bay City Bills, and he says even though the bar was closed for renovations, he opened it for the NFC Championship, and the place was packed.
A classic dance track celebrates 20 years of bringing all the boys to the yard.
To prepare for the bridge closure and detours, MDOT will be repaving Winona and Henry Street to make the road smoother for drivers.
State House Democrats have introduced legislation aimed at trying to keep elections safe in Michigan.
I'm here on the campus of Michigan State University in front of the Spartan statue, where students have been coming by all evening to take a moment of reflection. I'll step out of the way so you can take a look at the hundreds of flowers.
Every day, the North American Aerospace Defense Command monitors and defends the skies. But on Christmas Eve, they have an extra mission.
I'm guessing because it's a little drizzly. But tomorrow will be a different story because it is the pre-Thanksgiving pregame where everyone will be out here to go to their favorite bar.
For the second day in a row, a Norfolk Southern train has derailed.
A lot of you know that I have been waiting for the snow to return so that I could start checking off some of my winter bucket list items. And one of those I did today by building my very first snow woman. Say hello to Olga. This is Olaf's little sister.
Multiple evacuation orders are underway for millions of residents in parts of Central and Northern California. Israel has described the latest ceasefire proposal from Hamas as absurd and unrealistic. Thank you for watching the news at 6:30. Join us later tonight for the news at 11, where hopefully we will have some history-making news in sports. Go Lions!
Go Lions.
All right, see you, everybody.
Everyone say hello to Michael Fuller, Saginaw's very own Moober.
I have the M from my first name, Mikey's, and so it's Mikey's Uber, so Moober.
When Fuller is not busy with his full-time job, he's a driver on the side. And during the holidays, he takes partygoers home so they don't get behind the wheel after a night of drinking.
I like to know that people are getting home safe with me instead of them risking their lives and maybe even going to jail for who knows how long. It saves their money to pay me a little bit to get them home safely.
Fuller is hearing impaired, but it doesn't hinder his rideshare service. In fact, it's an asset, offering passengers something they don't always get during other rides.
Sometimes they like to just be quiet on the ride, and we can communicate little by little with just short written conversation, and they like how I drive. I drive in a relaxed manner. I'm not a crazy driver. I'm not in a hurry.
As for booking the rides, he harnesses the power of social media and texting to connect with customers.
Let's just say communication is very simple. It's text. I'm texted or written to on paper because I have paper and pen in my car. I come prepared to communicate.
But either way, if you're looking for a safe ride home after a night out or a trip to the airport, Fuller's motto is,
I can't hear you, but I'll get you there.
Okay.
That looks fancy.
Innovation is part of our DNA. Our actual mission and vision is to innovate, collaborate, and educate a community of learners.
The Michigan Association for Computer Users in Learning named Hemlock Public Schools the Innovation District of the Year. Hemlock High School sophomore Anna Rodriguez says she's not surprised.
Our school has definitely
grown technology-wise, and just like we've come out with new methods of improving daily life for students and for teachers, and I think it definitely fits us.
The award recognizes a district that models the use of technology to support learning within the school or greater community. Hemlock's transition to online learning during the pandemic made it possible for teachers and students to stay on track.
And it's truly a reflection on our hardworking, dedicated teachers and their willingness to embrace change and lean in to what it takes to service students and families today.
The district was also recognized for the construction of the Lockwood STEM Center, a state-of-the-art facility offering students hands-on learning from professionals like engineers, computer scientists, and graphic designers. The Hemlock Public School District is not only bringing innovation to its 1,200 students, but it's also opening up its doors to its Lockwood STEM Center to neighboring schools and districts.
So I just think it's so cool that you can have a shared experience with a bunch of people to come together and create one big thing that you can all enjoy.
Hemlock High School's robotics team will put their innovation to the test this weekend as they compete in the regional first robotics competition in Midland.
They got me in tears already.
Say hello to Charles Burden, a Navy veteran who lost his beloved 14-year-old Rottweiler, Pretty Girl, while he was recovering from hip replacement surgery. Burden has PTSD, depression, and anxiety. His dog was a source of comfort and companionship.
I received a telephone call, and oh my goodness, I don't even want to tell you how I responded to that telephone call when they told me my dog had passed away, because that was the first time she had ever been away from me.
He says the loss left a void in his life, a void he hoped to fill with a new Rottweiler. Going online, Burden found an organization that claimed to have one, but asked for $1,400 for the dog. He took out a loan to get the puppy, but the group turned out to be a scam.
I was very disappointed and distraught behind it because I had already lost the dog.
Burden and his social worker at the VA sent letters to the Humane Society of Saginaw County asking for their help.
I love you already, baby.
We told him it's our mission to get him his dog.
After some searching, a female Rottweiler puppy was found in Texas. The puppy, who Burden named Bay, was all wags to meet her new parent.
This is the reason I've been involved in animal rescue for 27 years, is people like Charles. This is everything.
With smiles all around, Burden and Bay drove off. Mr. Burden was so upset that he didn't get the Rottweiler that he paid for that he gave away all of his pet supplies. But thanks to Saginaw Humane Society, he left here fully stocked to live a long and joyful life with Bay.
I certainly will never forget my brothers and sisters who died so we could be free and we can be here today and do what we like to do.
As the sun began to set, members of the American Legion Flushing Post 283 hosted their annual Memorial Day observance at Flushing Cemetery in front of the Sailors and Soldiers Monument.
Can you see by the dawn's early light?
Honoring the military men and women who paid the ultimate price for the freedoms Americans enjoy today.
When you look at the amount of people that showed up today to honor our veterans, to honor those who have fallen, it instills hope in me that not just those who have fallen know that they will be remembered, but the families that they left behind feel honored and respected and loved.
During the ceremony, the sons of the Union veterans of the Civil War fired muskets during a gun salute. Along with memorials like this one and parades, musicians across the country performed in taps across America to honor Memorial Day. Andrea Millington had the honor of performing taps and says that when she does this, she says a little prayer to ensure she does our fallen servicemen and women proud. And if she could talk to them,
I'd probably throw my arms around them and give them a big hug and then cry. But I would say thank you for all of us, from all of us. Just thank you.
I think about them. And in a way, they were here because I was thinking about them.
All hoping that Americans take time to understand, remember, and honor the meaning of Memorial Day.
Remember the warrior. Remember them every day and make every day Memorial Day. I would hope that people that experience today, for the right reasons, remembering the fallen, will not forget them tomorrow.
In Flushing. Rayvin Bleu, WNEM TV5. From LL Cool J and Run DMC to Biggie and Tupac to Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar, hip-hop has found its way into the fabric of music and to every corner of the globe, including right here in Flint, Michigan.
When I first heard hip-hop, I thought it was just hearing the Sugar Hill Gang. I thought I was just hearing a funny story that rhymed, and I didn't know people could continue to do it.
When hip-hop first hit the scene in August of 1973 in the Bronx, New York, no one knew how big an impact it was going to have on music. But as the Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper's Delight caught on, it brought a new form of art to the youth of the world, catching the ear of future artists like Ira Bootleg Dorsey of the rap group The Dayton Family.
The music just caught me, you know. Once I heard it, I fell in love with it instantly.
Bootleg was born in the same year as hip-hop, and as he grew, so did this new art form, opening doors for young black kids in the inner city, giving them an avenue to release some of their extra energy.
It was a place that I could be creative and tell my story the way I wanted to tell it, what nobody telling me how to tell it, and what to say and what not to say. I was free.
In an era where artists like Ice Cube, the Wu-Tang Clan, the Fugees, and NWA made their way into music history, one artist from Flint burst onto the scene to put the Vehicle City on the music map. In 1991, MC Breed's single Ain't No Future in Your Frontin' reached number 66 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, making it the first hip-hop song to hit the charts from the Midwest.
Eric Breed broke the seal. When Eric Breed kicked the door in and made it international and labels started checking for Flint, it made us feel like, oh, Breed did it, we can do it. You know, we make good music, we from the same place. To see somebody come from where you come from, succeed and make it, is just inspirational.
Once Breed made it to the mainstream and moved to Atlanta, he reached back to help other Flint rappers navigate their way through the music industry.
He gave us all the advice and insight that we ever asked for. He never was stingy with the advice, and he was always open, you know, for us to learn from. He taught us things about recording that we didn't know. He was just a giving, caring person.
Helping to give artists like the Dayton Family an opportunity to make it big as well, and in turn, inspiring the next generation of artists coming out of Flint.
I think the city of Flint has the potential to be, you know, one of the biggest hip-hop markets the world has ever seen. I kind of believe that, you know, we can really build an economy out of hip-hop in the city of Flint. You know, I look at cities like Atlanta, and I feel like they really build an economy out of entertainment. So, you know, in Flint, I kind of feel like we can do the same thing.
Flint rappers making their own lane into the genre, who say they are going against the grain and bringing their own style to hip-hop.
Some kills, these will still be some hard shoes to fill. Over 30 years in the game, millions of records sold.
Everybody got their own individual style. People are themselves. So it's like that's really where it comes from. You know, it's just that people don't follow what's going on outside the city. They just do them.
Everybody kind of breaking the rules. We might not have a 16-bar verse or an 8-bar hook. You know, people might keep going. We just doing things we rule breakers. And that's what hip-hop is about.
One thing is for sure, when it comes to hip-hop in the city of Flint, old school will live on and light the way for new school to follow along, to blaze a trail that keeps the city in the forefront of the music industry.
Anything that incorporates the truth will survive the test of time. And hip-hop has always stood on being truthful. You know, the best songs are the truthful ones.
in my lungs too. We from every lion to the jungle.
So here's to 50 years of rhyming to the beat and another 50 years of the rhythm that makes your body rock. In Flint, Rayvin Bleu, WNEM TV 5.